Well, welcome everybody to Tweet Like a Boss. I am the master of many things, and I'm going to tell you, I'm really excited to be doing this, but I'm also nervous, which may sound very foolish to many of you because, I do a ton of YouTube videos, and I do talk radio, and I'm a social guy, but that's my give back. This is, you paid for, and this needs to be perfect as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that you see that it was perfect. Not acceptable, perfect. So anyway, welcome to the video series. I really can't say enough about how much this is going to help you no matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you're doing in your life. If you want to expand that, Twitter is one of the most powerful tools I've ever seen. Facebook is good, YouTube is good, there's many things that are good. But when we're talking about true power, and maybe it is just my ability to understand it and leverage it. That may be. I don't know. Maybe some of you find that you're more effective on Facebook. But I guarantee you, no matter how good you think you are on the other social networks or even on Twitter, you will leave this video series knowing that you fully well got way above your $20. And in fact, if you follow the techniques in here and you decide that you want to generate a little money from your Twitter account, just to say it was worthwhile, there is one way that I will show you that I use selectively to do that, and I can guarantee you that in a year you will probably see back that $20 just from sending out a tweet or two now and then. So anyway, we'll get into that later in the series because the first thing we have to do is get you in the door. So I'm going to want you to open up this. This was included with the video. This is your link list, and this will grow as this series continues. Again, I said I want this to be perfect, and so I need to keep myself on track because I'm a hyper guy. I'm used to chasing around 3 teenage boys, and so I need to slow it down a little bit so that I don't lose any of you. And remember, you've probably already heard this in the introduction video that brought you here, but I want to reiterate. Find me on the social network or however you want to contact me anytime you're stuck at any point of this, and I will attend to that issue personally, and that goes out for the rest of our interaction together. There is no time limit on that. It's not a year of support. It's if you have a problem and you're a human being, you can always come to me anyway. So with that being said, let's get into this. Here's your link list. This is what we're going to look through today, and I think this is going to be plenty of information to where you're going to want to take a pause, and probably I will need another cup of coffee. So let's get into it. Copy the first link. This is to Twitter. Maybe you're faster by just typing it in, but let's go there, shall we? Now, organization is going to be key throughout this. You probably know that in life anyway, but as you see, I try to be very organized, and again, I'm a hyperactive guy, so I need to do that. I'm also going to create a brand new account for this video series right here now with you, because I want to start fresh. I want to, maybe test my skills and show you from a fresh account so that every step is followed. Now, you will see my little eye is up here. I forgot to log out of my regular account, so let me log out. And we're going to create from the beginning an account. And so it'll be very easy for you to follow along. And again, if you get stuck, just reach out to me. Okay, we're going to, where am I? Now, see, I should know this. Good Lord, Kevin. I think we have to click the sign in and then sign up. See, Twitter changed it because of their advertising. So I haven't created an account in a while. So, and so we're going to use tweet like a boss as our name, and the email I just created, and that is the same. Tweet like a boss at masterofmanythings.com. And I hope you replicate this and do more than one account. I really do, because there will be a time and a place. So by the end of this series, if you say, okay, I got this account handled and I got some free time, go through the video again and repeat this for as many accounts as you think you have the energy for. Okay, and we're just going to do something. Okay, we got a password. Password is okay, and that's fine if they hack this account. That's fine. It probably won't get used after this video series, or maybe it will. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's see here. We are tweet like a boss. And invalid. Okay. Let's try this. Tweet underscore boss. And sometimes you'll have to play with this a little bit. Okay, so we could do something like this. Just put this on either side of it a lot of times. And you guys are going to find this. This may be a process for you to get a username. All right, we've got this one. So that's the one we're going to keep. And we don't care about being signed in for myself. I'm going to just uncheck that. And we're going to go ahead and create the account. Now you're going to be able to go a little ways, but you're going to have to validate the account before Twitter will make you, or allow you rather, to go any further. So let's go ahead and just click next. And this is when you're going to start following people. Now this is when you would type in something that you want to know about, and probably in line with what you intend to do. Now for myself, I just follow people because it doesn't matter what they're doing or who they are. I have something to say to them. But I want you to be thinking in terms of how my techniques apply to you and your situation, and I can guarantee almost every one of them will. So for me, I'm going to put in activist, just because I'm an activist, and that's who I want to connect with. And for this, again, this is just for tutorial purposes. So we're going to follow, and your very first day, you know, you're going to follow probably a couple hundred people today. We're going to max it out. The limit used to be 200. We'll see what it is here in a few minutes. But you're just going to do a few to get you going. Okay, don't spend a lot of time here because it'll take a long time for you to follow 200 people that way. And now they're going to ask you to pick 5 more. So just, I don't care, whatever. Let's see. Follow these guys. Okay. And again, to me it doesn't matter. You may want to slow it down just a little bit and pick 5 more people that you want to know about. So go ahead and do that. That's fine. I'm going to skip this step, and there is a way to skip. I don't want to, so Twitter let me go by. Okay, right here. See, it's very light on this screen, but look down here. And again, Twitter does probably every 6 months something changes about Twitter that kind of gives you a hang up for a minute. So upload an image. Let's see here. We're going to go over to my documents and get the. Now you must put a profile picture, and it's best to do something that is geared to what you're doing, and try to keep it. Some people will change it repeatedly, but I have found it best to keep the same one, and then people just recognize you. And if you see that out there with another account associated to it, you will know that somebody is, you know, ripping off your trademark or something else. So it's a nice way to not change and make something that's unique to you. Okay, now see, this is as far as we're probably going to go before, so let's get that squared away. I'm already logged into my email that I had set up for this, and I do recommend that you set up an email for your Twitter account. And if you really want to expand on that, if you're new to the social networks and you're really trying to kick things off, I suggest you create a Facebook and a YouTube account that associate with it. And I won't touch on Facebook and YouTube too much. If you need some coaching in that, I'm glad to help you. But my focus is Twitter. I'm a Twitter head. I'll show you later on in this video series that I have been on Twitter. I'm in the 99.1 percentile, so less than 1% of the people on Twitter have been there longer than I am, and that's why I feel very comfortable bringing you this video series. I will not claim to know everything. There are many things you will hear me say I don't know, and most of those are going to be related to your smartphones. I do not use smartphones and do not intend to use smartphones. So from here out, if you have any smartphone related issues, unfortunately I will do my best to find the information for you, but you may be able to figure it out quicker by just Googling it up. And it's just something I don't do. They're very insecure, and I do not use them, do not intend to use them. Will help you if you need me to. Okay, and let's go here. Enough of the babbling, and let's get into it, because we got a lot to... so you just click the confirmation link, and that's going to bring you back to Twitter. Okay, so now you're in. You're following 16 people, or I'm following 16. I'm not sure how many you clicked, but whatever it is, and no followers. Now, it's a good idea to throw an introduction tweet out there right now, and then get back to what we're doing. So let's do that. Hello, everybody, or whatever you want, and good enough. Again, I don't want to be too fussy with what I do with this account, because this is just to teach you guys with some fresh stuff here. Okay, we're going to get rid of the email. Now, I want to show you one thing that I do, because through this, I want to make this, no matter how you're using it, I want it to be a little bit fun for you. I certainly don't want you to feel like it's an exhausting effort, because for some of you, this is your work, and it needs to be efficient. You need to enjoy it. So what I like to do with the headset on is listen to music, and I use Pandora. Now, it's free. You will get an ad every few seconds, but that is in the link list as well. See, right here, we're going to take the step-by-step, and so I recommend that. I'm not going to pull it up for you, because I don't want any music to start playing and then this be in violation of somebody's copyright, so we're not going to do that. Alright, now back to the link list. Where are we, and what are we going to do next? We got to grow your account. Now, there's two ways you can do that. You can do that through Twitter, like you saw. You can search, but it's a little slow doing that, but let's do that first so that you can see. Now, we're going to type in a keyword that's important to you, or somebody's name that you know is on Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use activist, and I probably will do that throughout this, because I really want this tutorial as much as I want it to help people make money. I want activists to be taking this and expanding their efforts as well. So a lot of my reasoning for doing as much as I do on Twitter, actually 99% of that is the activism side of it, but I don't want that to distract from what you're doing. So however you're using it. Now, okay, we're here. We searched activists. We're going to click people. You could look at the photos from activists, or people that are tweeting the word activist. And you can see the first ones that came up are the first ones that I've already followed. So you could go through this list like this. And it's a bit time consuming, but you do, now you'll see this. I'm glad this came up. This is pending. This is somebody that has a locked account, and that may be a smart idea for some of you. For me, I want to reach as many people as possible. I don't care. I don't lock my account. You may want to, so that you can review people before they just start looking at the information you're putting out on a regular basis. So keep in mind, though, having this, if they know who you are, they can still view your tweets. Even when you block somebody on Twitter, they can still view your tweets. They can't send a message to you, they can't contact you, and they cannot retweet any tweets that your profile name is within. But they can still see what you're posting if they know the link to go to see your profile. So just so you know what you're up against, and again, I'll try to be very thorough. If I skip anything, I'll reiterate probably many times throughout this series, it's not a problem to get a hold of me wherever you feel comfortable. If you're on Facebook, obviously I'm all over the place, and many times, because I spend a lot of time in front of the computer around other work, many times I can help you right away. There's no wait. So anyway, that's enough of doing this, because clicking this in the Twitter format is time consuming, and I want to show you things that'll speed that up. Now we are going to look at a way to really speed it up later in the series, but for today I want to show you one easier way that'll be a little slower, and it's absolutely free. The next one I show you to get a version that is worthy, I think it's a $10 fee, but we'll get into that later. But we want to go to Twello.com because we're going to grow the account, and every day you're going to put some effort into this. Now reasonably, just to have a productive account, you really only need to put about 20 minutes a day into your account to keep it human and to keep it growing. That's really all you need, depending on the response, because some days I spend a lot of time in front of Twitter because a lot of people send a message to me, and I want to get back to those people immediately. Later in the series I'll also show you some ways to automate your account, and it's very important if you're going to use automation, and I recommend that you do, because you're going to put a lot of effort in. You want that Twitter account sending information out all day long, and it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, because people are on Twitter 24 hours a day. So you want that thing going all the time, but it's very important that you get back to people within the same day. I like to. Now some people will understand a couple of days, but if you wait a couple of days and you're following my techniques, you're going to spend an exhausting amount of time to catch up. So I'm hoping you'll put that 15 or 20 minutes in every day. Make sure you're keeping the account real and live. And again, you're just starting out, so don't get too excited and overdo it with any of these techniques and get flagged and get suspended from Twitter or temporary shutdown. That just takes away from your credibility so much. And beware of any of the people that are selling you followers or selling you software to automate your account. These are the easiest way to get viruses, to get flagged on Twitter, and to lose your credibility before you even start. And again, I'm going to reiterate, there's only 0.9% of the people here on Twitter that have been here longer than me. So I hope you're feeling really comfortable with what I'm telling you. And again, look for your own techniques throughout this all. Don't take everything I say as the only way. Keep up to date on what's going on. I'm going to show you the stuff that's comfortable for me, and I'll show you some stuff that I have used but don't, and I'll tell you the reasons again along the way. But let's get you following people. So we've copy and pasted Twello. That is the yellow pages for Twitter, hence Twello. And let's go there. I want to show you this site because this is a really, although I don't use it a lot now, I do refer to it, and it's just a great little tool, because you can search any location, city, state, or again any keyword, and you can just hit the main ones. And because I'm an activist and I like news and media, I'm going to go to news and media for this instead of just activism. Now what I want to show you, and the reason is that it's about the same as clicking the button on Twitter, but I want to show you when I follow this person. You see, it shows me that I'm following them, and later on as I build my account, if I come across this again and they followed me back, it will show me that as well. So that's why I like to use this, because when you're just starting out, you can really lose yourself as you're growing your account and cleaning it out, and I will explain that more in a moment. But as you're doing that, you will lose track of faces and avatars and all those things, and you don't want to follow somebody that you just unfollowed the other day. When you start doing that a lot, and especially when you're a small account, that again will make you look bad and lose some credibility, like you might be a spammer. So this is a nice tool to easily find the topics that you want and remind yourself of who you followed and that kind of stuff. And one of the other apps will do an even better job of that. Today you are going to follow, we're going to see here probably about 200 people before Twitter shuts us down. And I probably won't go through following 200 people because you fully understand now how to click this button. You don't need to watch me do it 200 times. So why don't we, for the value of your time and mine, let's get on with it, okay? Now, when you're posting on Twitter, so actually quickly before I get that, the following. From here out, and I'll say it again at the end of the video, from here out, I'd like to see you follow at least 100, 150 people a day. Don't push it to the limit to where Twitter shuts you down. Do that today for your first time. Find out how many people you were able to follow. I believe you're going to get to about 200. If you get to 200 and they haven't shut you down, please stop. You don't want to raise any red flags. Maybe the algorithm is slow in catching you, and we don't want to get you blocked. But what you feel comfortable with. I push limits, so I would be following 200. Maybe you only want to do 100 today, and that's fine too. Take it at your pace, and use who you are along with what I'm telling you to do the best that you can do for your Twitter account. So now you're going to do that for 5 days, 6 days. The rule of thumb is if you follow me, I'm going to follow you back. Generally, unless I see reason not to. I follow everybody back. So you're going to see your account growing. You're following people, and you should get at least half of them to follow back. And you'll be pretty amazed if you go follow 200 people and then go look at your Twitter profile and you just see these people automatically following you. Some accounts are still set to auto follow back. Twitter has outlawed that. The websites that do that for people are not supposed to be, and that is very short-lived. But again, Twitter is active, and so if you follow 200 people, you will see instantaneous results of at least a few people have followed you back within the first few minutes, generally speaking. And maybe just before we end this short video here, you'll see how many have followed back from the ones that I just followed with this new account. So let's hope that's the case. Sometimes when you're tweeting, you're going to need more than 140 characters. And this is one of my favorite tools right here. I'm going to show you one more related to this, but this is one of my favorite tools on Twitter because I've always got a lot more than 140 characters. This is Twit Longer, and this is going to allow you set up an account. It will keep a list of your tweets, and I think they allow you up to like 1,000 characters. So this is a nice little tool. Sometimes you want even more than 1,000 characters, or you want to have the option to post something long but remain anonymous. Pastebin is one of many. I'm going to show you this one. There are other ones out there, and I'll tell you if you want to find them, just search. There's quite a few. But this will get you going. And if you want to say, hey, later on, maybe I'll include some more of these, but I just want to show you how powerful some of this stuff is. This is Pastebin, and again, this is nice because you have the option of creating an account and keeping track of the files that you create, or you can not log in and you can post anonymously. If you do that, you will not be able to edit the paste. If you create an account, and this is why I mention this, it's a useful tool, because maybe you create a post that's really long, an intense amount of information, but then later on you forget something and you want to add that in. If you've created an account and are logged in when you created it, you'll be able to log back in and edit that paste. So that's really a nice thing to do for some people. And again, I'm trying to cover many things. Some of the things I show you guys, you'll say, I'll never use it. But once your feet are wet and you're out there flying, I can almost guarantee you that you'll find a way to use every one of the links that I provide you. So let's move along, shall we? Because we're getting in there to almost a half hour. So again, I think we're going to probably have a couple of hours together by the time this is done, and hopefully a lot longer than that in the future as we interact on the internet. Okay, we are here. And again, I mentioned I want to make this easy, and I also want to make it fun. And everybody likes pictures. The memes are going wild, and you like to post your family. And why not use that to get extra people? Now, you can post a picture directly to Twitter, But if you use this TwitPic, and I really love this, instead of posting it directly to Twitter, come over here to TwitPic. It's a social network within itself. And when you post your pictures, you'll create an account, and I'll show you this. This will pick up, you'll see, Tweet Boss. I'm going to sign in. This is another key thing. Any site that you go to that interacts with your Twitter account, any application, anything like that online, if it doesn't have the Twitter auth thing, if you have to put your password, in other words, into a website and give them access to your site, do not do that ever. Twitter has done away with that system. Some out there still use it so they can steal your password. Don't do it. You don't need to use your password. As you see, it recognized me, and it's going to use the token or the cookie that's already in the computer from that Twitter account as a way to authorize the account. So here we go. Let's get started, and we will post a picture. Okay. And I forgot where I even put that, so I'm just going to go back here for a minute. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, and we're going to post that. You also have the option with TwitPic to post this to your Facebook as well. So whenever something does apply to your Facebook, and with the TwitLonger, I should mention, that does have a button on there where you can like it on Facebook. So that is another useful tool. And you can see, now in a minute I'm going to show you that this posted to my Twitter account for this, but this is why I'm asking you to use this and not Twitter. It's a social network within itself. Other people that scan TwitPic for pictures are going to see your stuff, and if you click with them, they're going to tweet it for you, or they're going to share it somewhere else, or post it on Facebook, or maybe they'll even embed it in the blog or their website or something like that. So it's kind of fun, you know, if you're a picture person and putting pictures out there now and then, especially if they're related, you know, they're live stuff and not just memes. You really want to make this account as human as possible. You really do, because people click with people, and no matter what you're doing, you need to see more people. So let's go back to Twitter and show you that picture posted. Oh, and there it is. Okay. There it is. And then when you open that up, we'll just go look at it on this and see if anybody looked at it. 12 views with a brand new account. I don't even know if we have 12 followers yet, do we? We don't even have any followers yet. 12 people saw the photo. So see, that's a powerful tool. A great way to grow your Twitter account, and if you're a picture person, have a little fun. So that's a nice site. Let's get back into it. Sometimes on Twitter, because of the 140 characters, maybe you're a couple of characters long and you don't want to bother with the TwitLonger or anything like that, or you may want to track your links. Now, there are other services available other than Bitly, but I like Bitly. You can use it free. You can track the clicks on your links, and you can keep track of where stuff is coming from. So, and I'll just go over there and show you the site real quick. And it's a very simple site. Join now, fast and free. You can sign in with your Twitter account. You can paste the link in here. It'll shorten it. Copy that link, use it on Twitter, and then later on, if you want to come back and see how many people click that link, then you'll have access to that information. Especially if you're just wanting to see where you're sending people and they're not going from that link to your site where they're going to get tracked anyway. Now, I'll give you a for instance. There was a time that people used to pay me directly to tweet for them, and I would create links in Bitly, and I would tweet, and it was an X amount of tweets for X amount of dollars. And I stopped doing it because my goals here aren't to spam the internet. They're as an activist and to teach people and to share information. So I stopped doing it as I grew on Twitter. That was in the early days. But when I did do it, this was a nice way to show the people what they were getting for their money. How many clicks, on each link. So nice little tool. A couple other things to quickly go over. All right, this is kind of fun. The tweet value, and we're going to do that right now to show you the tweet value of this account, and I want you to do it too. Now, as I've put in here, check your value, and we'll reference it later. Your Twitter value is only a fun way to boast and track your growth. Twitter rules say that it is a violation to sell your account. I say an agreement between two people is an agreement between two people. So there are ways to sell your Twitter account. So if that's your thing, when you learn all these techniques, you very well could leave here, create Twitter accounts on trending topics that are effective, and sell those. There are people available. I don't know who they are. I don't have any intentions of selling my accounts, nor do I sell accounts. But this is just, again, something neat, if nothing else. And you know what? Kevin didn't put the link in there, so we're going to fix that right now. Again, organization is a lot, and you can see I've got a lot of links in here to show you guys. Let me find that tweet value. Let me make sure I put it in there for you. Okay, let me do this because I could even forget what my Twitter account is. Sometimes I get going so fast on the things that I want to get done. Paste the thing in there. Now we have no followers yet, so we should have, again, this is the same type of authorization. I don't have to enter my password into a site that I don't know whether I can trust them again. Okay, unexpected error, probably because it's a brand new account and there's no information. I can tell you that I did my personal account the other day and it's worth over $29,000 according to tweet value. Has anybody offered me a check? No. Would I accept a check? No. But anyway, that's just a fun little thing to do and another good way to track your growth, and we'll see more ways to track your growth as time goes on. Now, before the next video, this is very, very important because, again, I'm selling you a product and I want you to be absolutely satisfied, and if you can't get a hold of me and you don't really know who I am, you're always going to have that question, and I don't want that. So please go to my website before the next video, masterofmanythings.com, poke around at what I do for my give back and my activism, and find every way to contact me, including my phone number. The phone number that's on my website, and I'll say it now for you, is 603-452-7086. Any of you that are good with information search will find out that this is my only phone number. I give this to everybody. This is the number my kids call me on, this is the number my mom calls me on, and this is the number that you can call me on as well. Now, keep in mind, I spend over an hour a day just responding to my Twitter and Facebook responses only. That says nothing about emails or YouTube or other things that I'm doing. So if I can't answer the phone, and most of the time I can't, and if it takes me a few days to get back to you, that's because, again, the phone is just, it's one of those things. But if you need an immediate response and you've left a message and I haven't gotten back to you, go to my web, get a hold of me anywhere you can. I will return your calls as soon as possible, but the calls are actually probably the least effective way to get a quick response, and that's who I am. So I want to be very upfront with all that. I hope we're into almost 34 minutes. I hope you're not exhausted. You're probably thirsty, but I hope you're having a little gleam in your eye and saying, man, I can see that this is going to be powerful. Now again, follow, but don't overdo it. Balance is key to everything that we do. So have fun with it, and until you click on the next video, I'll, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go fill my coffee cup. See you.